If you're a Cowboys fan and you've been following the tight end position for the team, I'm pretty sure you might be aware of how Jason Witten kind of outstayed his welcome and didn't really let these young guys get the chance so that we could see, do we have something in them? Now, understandably so, one of them we had a chance to get a look at. The other has been obscure until 2020. So we're going to talk about this tight end position group and how I feel about it, and ultimately where I stand and if we need to get better there. Now, if you are new to this channel and this is the first video you're watching, this is a position evaluation series for the Dallas Cowboys, and I so far have covered 3 other position groups, the most recent being the wide receivers. So if you missed that, click at the card at the top right of the screen right now so you can catch up on the other ones so that you're all caught up and you're not missing anything. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, when it comes to who I think the starter should be for the Cowboys at the tight end position, it really comes down to how you feel about either one of them. Now, I'm really excited to see an open competition at the tight end position because now that we got a chance to see what Dalton Schultz can do, I think it can really push Blake Jarwin to really be the best he can be. Because, to be completely honest with you, I think that Blake Jarwin is your starter going forward unless he gets hurt again. Because Blake Jarwin, based off of what we've been able to see, has a much better home run ability. And he's, puts that vertical threat back in our game. Now, Schultz can do the exact same thing. But based off of what we saw as a track record with Jarwin, I would be more comfortable with him. And considering we gave him the contract extension, it's far more likely that he stays, obviously, than Dalton Schultz does. Now, if you're able to keep the two of them, that'd be pretty cool. But I think that this is most likely Dalton Schultz's last year. So for me, Blake Jarwin is the #1 guy until further notice. He has the better ability to get down the field. He has the better ability to really be what exactly I've been looking for in a tight end, which can stretch the field, be the vertical threat that we've needed, and he doesn't have to be the greatest at the position. He just needs to have that ability to make it so that, hey, we can't double up one of these receivers because we're going to get burned by this tight end. And that's what's, that's stuff we've seen. Now, you can most definitely argue that we need to see a larger sample size from Blake Jarwin as a starter because obviously with him getting hurt in the starting of 2020 in that Rams game where he tore his ACL, you really can't see what he's capable of doing as a full-on starter. But I do have the confidence that he will be fine. Now we get to Dalton Schultz in more detail, and we had a chance to really see what we had in him when Blake Jarwin went out. And for me, he's a solid tight end that I don't think, and I firmly believe this about the both of them, I don't think that they're all-pro, Pro Bowl type of talents, but they're like the, hey, we at least have something there and it's not terrible, okay? And I do firmly believe that you can improve at this position. I do see some instances where it's like I feel like all around we can do better. But I think for what you have, really good. I mean, Blake Jarwin was an undrafted free agent. You have Dalton Schultz, who was a 4th-round selection. And then you have a couple other guys who we really don't care about because ultimately you're going to just look at that starter and the backup, right? So I do firmly hold the opinion that, Blake Jarwin's your guy, but if he gets hurt again, I'm more of the, I think you need to bring back Dalton Schultz. I mean, it's a really good argument. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say, but that's where I feel about the two of them. Now, as for the other guys on the roster, you have Sean McCann, Jeremy Sprinkle, Artavius Lynn, and Nick Urbanks. I don't know a whole lot about these guys. I know that Sean McCain is from the Rams. I don't know where Jeremy Sprinkle is from, so I'm not going, because we haven't seen him on the football field. Okay, so I'm not going to give you an opinion yes or no because we haven't seen anything from him. I think that once we get closer to training camp, this is the position group on offense that I'm really looking forward to seeing who is doing well. Because there's a competition here, and there is a possibility that maybe Dalton Schultz is better than Blake Jarwin. The availability factor is a huge thing, and if Jarwin ends up getting hurt again, you could make an argument that we need to keep Dalton Schultz. But there is a possibility that you can. This is a position that has the opportunity you can upgrade at, because if you're looking for a younger guy that could step in and maybe is a better overall prospect, this is a position group that I'm looking in 2022 to really upgrade if we don't see improvement. And you have to always look at positions you can upgrade at. And so far, this is the first position group I could say is an upgradable position group going into next year, assuming that Blake Jarwin doesn't have a breakout year. Now, in terms of where I would grade this position group, I would honestly grade it a C plus to B minus. And you might be saying, Space, isn't that a bit low? Well, when I look at what the position offers, you don't have anyone that's outrageously talented, but rather you have a solid group of guys that can get the job done, and ultimately, you can definitely improve there. Okay? So, with that being said, that's where I will go. C plus. I'll say C plus for now. And I might be a bit too harsh. But yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Give me your grades along with how you feel about where we are with the tight end position. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright guys, have a great one. Peace out. Bye-bye.